Good morning and thanks for joining us. Now in January 2016, Paramount Pictures is releasing the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, who had 36 American lives to save in 2012. They're joining us this morning. Yeah, Chris Peranto, a.k.a. Tonto. Also, we got John Teagan, former Marine, and also Mark Geis. We're going to call him Oz today. He's a Marine. Good morning.
Did you forget that Tonto was a Rangerette? Did you get that?
He's a Ranger.
Rangerette. Better than any of these dang Marines. Carried them all night.
But it's all about brotherhood.
Yeah.
Well, we like to watch him dance, so I mean, it's good he was a Rangerette.
It's good. I feel like I'm on the Quiet Storm radio right now. I love it.
No.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Tonto. Yeah, I like it. You have such a great attitude for doing what you do and going through what you did. Did you realize that you were almost on your own when you were over there in Benghazi?
Oh, I mean, we had each other, so we weren't on our own. I mean, we, as for coming and support, whatever it came in, but we never felt like we were technically on our own because, we had each other and we knew we could trust each other to get our back.
There were six of us and like 100 of them, so it wasn't very fair.
And
they were totally outnumbered.
They were totally outnumbered.
And they had the Ranger. That's all.
That's why we had to let them get close to the compound because the Rangers can't shoot as well.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. How did you ever come in contact with Akbar? Did you ever come in contact with the guy who was actually...
Which one?
Oh, the one that one they rounded up? No,
Okay. Because he was all around doing a lot of interviews here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, he may have been out there, but we didn't see him.
And he wasn't. Mastermind and all that. That was all. No. It was all just. It was spin. It was just all spin. If he was there, he was there. If he wasn't, who knows? We still don't know.
Got it. So our federal government. So what do you think about our federal government? Do they intentionally turn a blind eye to some of these threats that are serious, dangerous?
It's hard for us to say. I mean, we can have our opinions on things. I think the world's it's getting more and more dangerous. I don't think we're responding to it as we should. But again, that's from an operator's opinion. That's from a guy on the ground that actually, and all of us spent multiple years, 10 plus years overseas. So I think we have a good opinion of how things work over in terroristic countries. But the response hasn't been as it needs to be, and I think we're seeing the effects of it. And Benghazi was kind of like the birthplace of it, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. So when we talk about dangerous places, many of you have fought South America, Central America, Middle East, North Africa.
The beautiful resort towns everywhere, all of them.
Really? What's the most dangerous of them all?
The States.
Really?
No, it's hard to say which one's the most dangerous because it all depends on what happens and the situation and the environment at that time. Because anything can go from 0 to 100 in a few seconds, and you got to be prepared at all times, no matter where you're at, to deal with whatever's going to come your way.
And really, you get off the plane, and they're all. Most of the Middle Eastern countries, it's the same. When I walked off the plane in Yemen, it was like I was walking off a plane in Kabul. They're so lacking infrastructure, so lacking just security in itself, just daily security where you can walk down the street and not get blown up. That every one of them is dangerous. But every one of them has good things about them too. Beautiful culture, sometimes beautiful infrastructure because those places are ancient. So it's not just you go in these places, this is awful, we're terrible. You find some pretty neat things over there. But as far as the level of danger, our Middle East, unless you're in Qatar or you're in Dubai, every one of them is dangerous. And it really is sort of similar, and North Africa.
So John, riddle us this. When it comes to dangerous places, what's the most dangerous situation that you have encountered?
Walking in and seeing Oz naked in Benghazi.
Okay, because you guys had to do that quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, we're sharing,
it was after he got blown up on the roof, and they took him in. They had to take his clothes off, make sure he didn't have any other holes, and that was the scariest thing I ever saw in my life.
So, have you guys got injured in this business?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got injured in Benghazi. I was on the roof when Ty and Glenn got killed. They were standing beside me in the same explosions that killed them. I was injured.
Did you guys have any time to defuse after Benghazi? Or soldiers just keep marching?
contractors are us being contractors, and once getting back from Libya, no, you don't have that. You don't have that decompress time. You have to decompress on your own, and
Yeah.
it takes the toll on families.
Because you can't just go out and, because of who we worked for, you couldn't just go out and talk to anybody. You know, if you wanted to talk to a shrink or whatever you want to call them, they had to be certified through the agency. And you know, me and him live in Colorado. There isn't no certified shrink that lives in Colorado. So,
And then who would believe you guys, right?
And
These stories are pretty bizarre.
Yeah, but unless you find somebody that the agency has somebody for you, and after Libya, after Benghazi, and after the firefight, there was a lot of things going on that it didn't happen. With the spinning of videos and so forth. So our biggest therapy, mine at least, I think the rest of the guys too. Now Oz was injured, is going back overseas. That's our therapy. Is going back. It's difficult to come back, and it was hard during that time frame. But also when we did the book and the movie, that has been very therapeutic. The 13 hours that we've done for writing the book, and then also with the movie itself, it's been cathartic. And Rangers can use big words. I said cathartic, and I know what it means.
He's been practicing that all week.
I did. It was my word of the day on my calendar. But it has been. It's been great.
So if you had to, I'm so glad that Daughtry's family is received their due, the insurance.
They're still getting some of it, and they have got a lot of, like Glenn Doherty, Bub, who passed away that night on the rooftops. They fought a long time for it. They're still fighting a bit. His sister, Katie Quigley, she's been fantastic trying to make sure they get what they need from the government insurance. But he gave his life up there. He gave his life on that rooftop, and he sacrificed it. And I don't think the family was treated as well as they should have been.
Okay. I say that for all military. I don't think military gets their fair shake, their fair due when it comes to benefits.
No,
we lost your paperwork. Oh, so sorry.
You have to cross the T.
And the I was not dotted. So what was the first meal you guys had when you came back?
An IV.
An IV? Yeah.
We went to
Well, that was Germany, though.
that was Germany, so that didn't
doesn't
count.
really count.
I didn't count. Yeah, we went to Chili's was it Chili's or
Yeah, it
TGI?
was Chili's.
Chili, but I got back in the States.
They left me in the hospital. They went and
We invited
had fun
him
and had drinks and didn't bring me
He
nothing.
didn't want to get out of bed. I mean, like, come on, dude. He's like, I want to sit in
He's
bed.
in the hospital.
no
excuse.
excuse.
No
He
excuse.
could walk.
It's a crutch. Injuries, being blown up is a crutch.
So is this the mentality of special forces, is that there's no downtime?
You got to have downtime.
It's just fun downtime. This is downtime for us. We're just enjoying it. We're having a good time. We rib each other a lot.
Congratulations on the book. Congratulations
thank
on
you.
the
Thank
movie.
you.
Thank you.
When the movie comes out, without letting the cat out of the bag, when the movie comes out, what can we expect? I know we're going to see brotherhood. We're going to see the
Yeah.
bond, the band.
Yeah, of course. Michael Bay's good at that. He was really good at
Because they've been
showing
giving him a lot of flack.
that. And he shouldn't. They shouldn't. He's done a great job.
It's kind of funny how you can give somebody flack when you don't even know what the movie's even about. And, it's just kind of actually goes back to the whole Benghazi thing anyways. People were out there spewing what they thought it was before the truth even came out. And, it's, just like the Libyans are saying, well, in the movie they're going to portray us as bad people. Well, how do you know? You haven't even seen the full movie.
And we didn't. They're not.
Well, no, the average, and as it's depicted in the movie, I mean, there's good people and bad people in every aspect of it. The Libyans, the everyday person that went to work or owned a shop, they were good people. All they wanted was a country where they could, send their kids to school, be safe, and live, every day and be able to feed their kids. And you have an environment that is taken over by because there's a vacuum. Well, rebels, it's power-hungry people that want to take over and, manipulate and dictate to the people what they want so they can have their own power. And in doing that, it's power and control. And that's where, with the movie, what we want people to see is what happened that night during those 13 hours that we were engaged with these guys. And how the ambassador and Sean Smith and Glenn and Ty sacrificed their lives for what we in America here take for granted.
We're going to show the terrorists. That's what we're showing. We're not showing because we weren't attacked by good people in Libya. That didn't attack us. We were attacked by terrorists. We were attacked by Ansar al-Sharia and Al-Qaeda and the Maghreb. That's the movie. That is what the 13 hours is of. It will show some parts of, and I'm sure that we did have some friends over there. I mean, there was a gentleman that night that showed up out of nowhere and was shooting next to me, a Libyan, just kneeled down right now. I never knew him, never saw him, and he just got in a firefight with us and was on our side, right in the middle of the battle at the consulate. So
He may not know you're American, though.
he probably did. I mean, I do look. Well, he knew I was Mexican. I mean, I do look Hispanic, because I am, obviously.
Suave, rico, suave.
Rico, thank you, gracias.
Sí, señor.
But no, it's the critics. There's always going to be haters, and there's going to be critics on Michael Bay, which is it's fine. I mean, you're always going to have that troll sitting on his computer or her computer in the basement, because that's just what they do, and we've understood that and we accept it, because it's just part of life. But Michael Bay did 13 Hours correctly, and he was the right guy for this type of movie, and he treated us with such respect. I got nothing but good things to say about Michael Bay, and I always will. He's earned my respect from this whole process.
Do you think the book or the movie is going to be depicted in your eyes?
Well, the book is always
Yeah.
more accurate than any movie.
Right.
Because you can get it's 13 hours. You can get 13 hours
Into
in
a book.
You can't get 13 hours in a 2-hour movie. So I think that goes without saying with any book that's gone to a movie. You're always going to have, the book's always going to, because you can spend more time on it and can be more detailed.
Well, I am so glad that you joined us today. How many tours? What city tours are you guys on right now? Thank God you came to Charlotte. North
City
Carolina.
number 6, I think, or
1,000?
7.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been since November 1st. We pretty much seems like November 1st. Yeah. See, I don't even remember when we started.
And the U.S. funny is we do public speaking in between too. So we're doing stuff on our own, and we'll go talk about
It
the
seems
movie.
like, yeah, the
So
mo-
it's not just this. I mean, we'll have a day off and we'll go do a speaking event somewhere. So it's just like being deployed again, to be honest with you. We're
And
gone
the family's
constantly.
proud of you. We're proud of you. You wanted to shout out to the family. I know you're Secret Service, so we can't
Yeah,
mention names of the kids or
No,
wives.
we're done. We're out now. The cat's out of the bag.
Yep.
Came out of the closet.
Okay.
Hi, Bubba. How are you, my little guy? He's my little boy, my little 11-year-old. How you doing, Bob?
What about those other teens out there who are thinking about getting in the military? Would you?
I'd do it.
I
Do
would
it.
highly recommend it.
Honorable
I mean,
occupation. Yep.
very seldom in life can you spend quality time, build a bond and a brotherhood with people of so many diverse backgrounds, come together, and those bonds that you build through the military, through adversity, will carry you through life. And I mean, I think that everybody should experience that. I mean, because you realize that it doesn't matter. Just like there's been in places I've been, the Iraqis have saved my life. I've saved their lives. I mean, people that you wouldn't think that you have similarities to, you do in certain situations, and get rid of all this worrying about differences and face the similarities more so and focus on those.
There's no diversity when a bullet starts flying.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I'm not
matter
going
if
to
you're
offend anybody.
black, white, yellow. It doesn't matter. You're brothers and you're in it together.
You should go into politics.
You got it. I'm doing it.
All
I'm
three
doing
of
it.
you.
I'm
All
doing it.
three of you.
I'm going to run for class president of my high school.
Class.
As soon as he gets
I
his
like
degree.
it.
Are you
You
getting
wanna-
your degree then finally?
No,
Your
I'm
diploma?
too lazy. I can't.
Yeah,
go
you're
to
right.
work.
You
I'm
want
just
to
going
say
to run.
hey to Hillary this morning?
No, she.
She's not a Facebook friend.
I don't.
No,
think
and
she-
this ain't about her. It's about, because the politics overtook this whole story in the very beginning, and both sides, left and right, spun it to meet what they wanted instead of focusing on what should have been, and that's the sacrifice that you had 4 Americans that died, and those 4 Americans should have been honored and continue to be honored every day, as the soldiers that give their lives should be honored every day, and not spun to be a political thing for their benefit.
I mean, the first, actually honorable thing or memorial thing that anybody ever did was a firefighter out of California. He paid it out of his own pocket, made a plaque, and And another group of guys came together and got a big boulder, like a granite boulder, and a bronze eagle, and that was the very first honorable thing that ever happened to the 4 guys.
Truth doesn't need to be politicized. The truth's truth. Whatever side of the fence it lies on, it lies on. It's just how it goes.
Well, and from our aspect, there's no side. It's not a side, it's the truth. I mean, everybody else decides if they're going to put it on a side. The truth is what it is, and come see the movie and gain the experience and the movie and the read the book, watch the movie, and then know what happened that night on the ground, and then add to whatever else you've heard and decide from there. But don't discount something because of a word or a name.
I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you soldiers. I want to thank you men,
Thank you.
you heroes.
And lady, Tonto.
Why do they keep giving you a hard time?
Because I'm the ranger and they're 2 Marines, and you always got a gang
But
up
you
on
can
somebody.
outdo them. I know you
Heck
can.
yes.
With your pinky finger.
Maybe
Easy.
sleeping.
That's
Not
why
just
they're here
sleeping.
still. Saved them. I don't know how many
You
times.
saved
I
them.
saved them so many times because they couldn't shoot.
Oh, you mean when the wall fell on you and the Marine helped you up?
Pushed it. I was like wall on my back. Push 'em.
sure.
I'm
I
bad.
just want to see the arm wrestle later so I can make some weight.
Well, we'd have to do his leg
I can
because
beat
his
him with my
arms
bad
are-
arm.
Don't even touch it because I hate touching that tiny hand. It's all deformed. I don't like
Yeah.
it. Just
Yeah.
don't touch me with it.
You guys are hilarious.
He's chicken. Tells you.
Well, it looks like a chicken wing. I don't want him to touch me with that thing. You're awesome. It's been fun.
Thank you
I
so
love it.
much.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a blast.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it
Best
has.
interview all year.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going for it.
That's our goal.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks for hearing us out and letting us have a voice.
Yes. You'll always have a voice. Calm me down.
Okay, we'll do.
You
Okay.
got it.
Thank you.